Blonde, bombshell, belief, B3. Okay, I knew I said I wasn't going to do this, but once you get me started, there is no stopping. And you men this week, woo! One asked me if I wanted to join him and his wife on a date. No, thank you. What part of dating to find a mate to marry and have children don't you understand? I don't know, maybe I'm not speaking English. Then I had another one message me, and he was like, seemed really, really nice, but then he was like, why did you wait so long to have children? And I'm thinking to myself, what a question. So I said, if we were to date, I would, not think about focusing on children just yet. You want to work up to that. You want to get married first. And I swear to goodness, I must be speaking French. He said, well, I would rather focus on having the children, and then if it worked out, we'll get married. Whatever happened to dating, folks? It must be a foreign concept. Then this next guy, he messaged me, and he kind of reminded me of Mr. Park because of his attitude. He kind of thought that he was all that in a bag of chips, but yet he seemed to be a nice guy. And then he brought in the ultimate question. Bombshell, I think it would be great if you moved in with me. Heck, we haven't even went on a date, and you're wanting me to move in with you? Maybe it's just over my head here, but you men are messed up. You got it all backwards. At least this bombshell here wants to be courted and dated like the old-fashioned way. And if you don't know what that is, maybe you need to go back and watch some of the old Gidget movies. Because, let me tell you something. And yes, I'm set in my ways. I have standards, and I won't apologize for it. Why did I wait so long to have kids? Well, you can ask Mr. 8.5 years why in the heck he waited so long to come up here to Illinois to meet me, which he never did. So, yes, he used me for gifts. Yes, he used me and broke my heart and all my emotions and my trust and said he wasn't like my other past guy that I knew in high school, that he was better. Well, guess what? You were worse. And then you have Mr. Park, which he obviously put me second to a mutual friend. And then you have Mr. CB. I'm not even going to touch that topic because that topic, I think I've said everything I can. And we all know how I feel about that topic. But Mr. 45, as I told one of my guy friends I was talking to the other night, that was kind of comical and hysterical because we both were at that point on the date where we wanted to get out of each other's company. We were just looking for a way out. So, how do I feel about dating currently? I know that I'm celebrating the anniversaries and I'm focusing all on that. I'm doing my piano playing, which, by the way, I can now play up to, I think I said 7 or 8 songs, and I'm working on learning more. So I'm keeping busy with that. My workouts, this is my night off from working out, so I guess that's why I'm coming here to you all. What do I think of the state of the WWE? I'm grateful that we went back to a brand split. I really am. However, I think this is going to be one of those that it doesn't work out that well. Just saying. Not having Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw sucks, obviously. But getting to see AJ Styles on SmackDown, totally awesome. And I'm grateful that he beat John Cena. Even though Never Give Up is the PCOS, and yes, we're heading into September, which is PCOS month, and I will probably be the biggest PCOS awareness woman that you ever known, because the older I get, the more aware I get of PCOS. And tonight we watched a prayer meeting from the Country's Family Reunion, and I don't know if that woman has PCOS or not, but from the way she was pregnant and went through a miscarriage, and one of the number one things with PCOS is that you are at a high risk for diabetes as well as miscarriage. And to carry a baby to full term, especially at my age, if I'm ever blessed, it will be rough. So I know the statistics are against me, and when guys come at me with questions of why now, why children now, why not now? And if you really want something bad enough, you focus on how to get there. Staying fit with what I eat, staying aware of the risks, staying aware of all the could-be's and maybes is how to prepare myself for if I am ever blessed. Which God above, I don't know at this point, I've been sending you a lot of prayers, and I know I shouldn't doubt you that you're always listening, but just once, I would like for the guy that my heart is with, for him to be better than what everybody tells me he is, or how he thinks, or how he feels. This town is so small, it's worse than the game of telephone, because by God, nobody has the right to talk about you and think it's the gospel when it's not the gospel, because they don't even know you. They haven't spent 10 minutes with you outside of maybe where they know you from. So, I don't know. I know that I'm getting older. I know what I want out of life. And if it never happens for me, it never happens. Maybe that's why I'm so wrapped up in celebrating my mom and dad's and my grandparents' anniversaries, because I see what they have, and I'm so glad that they have it, and it's a wonderful blessing. At this point, I don't know if I will ever be blessed, but I'm still praying for it. And this one guy was really nice that I was talking to, but when I leveled with him and I said, can I tell you something? I would almost meet you, but it wouldn't be fair to you. And he came back with, well, why? And I said, because you look so much like somebody that I dated once. And if I could, I would make you him. And that wouldn't be fair to you. So, I don't know if I will ever move on. And of course, I'm talking about Mr. CB. But at this point, I am trying my best to keep busy and keep focused on other things other than Blonde Bombshell Love Life. And I know last Saturday was wrestling here in Mattoon, and I said I was going to go, and I didn't go. But from what I hear, they had a great big crowd, which I am so happy for them. And the matches were great, so I'm happy for them on that too. It's just I wasn't feeling well, and life got in the way as usual. So hopefully life will turn around at some point. I don't know when, but I'm praying a lot. I'm coloring, I'm reading, I'm doing my piano playing, working out, taking care of grandparents, taking care of the housework right now. So I find myself coming and going, and I just pray that the good Lord takes over at some point and says, okay, you know what? You are a control freak, but it is time for you to get thrown a curveball and for you to be happy and in love. I would still like to know who bought that piano, but I know, as a wise person told me today, don't focus on that so much. Just be grateful that you have the blessing in your life, because that piano is a blessing. So with that being said, love your Blonde Bombshell. I'll see you again soon, but it'll probably be after the grandparents and parents anniversary gathering. We're not calling it a party, because party says that I'm paying for it, which I'm not. Everyone that attends has to pay their own bill. I am working on finding a cake. Not sure how that's going to work out. But hopefully everything falls into place for that. And one of my friends asked me, what would happen if you get thrown the ultimate curveball and one of your guys from your past shows up at this celebration? I don't see that happening. I honestly think that they could care less. As some of you would put, I'm just a footnote in their big black book of love, meaning that they have more than one chick. So, like I said, it's just your Bombshell being happy for her family members, and that's cool. because right now I'm sick and tired of being hurt and disappointed. So hopefully I'll see you there. If you are my friends, if you know how much my family means to me, you will be there. You won't disappoint me. And it's not so much for anything else, but to bring my grandma's spirits up, because she's been severely depressed. That's why I chose her favorite restaurant. It's easy access for her to get in, as well as she knows all the waitresses. Trust me, she seems to know everybody's life story within 5-10 minutes. It's a gift. So I hope to see you there, and God bless each and every one of you, and take care of yourselves. See you soon.